Back when I did my video on Saint, I had someone comment that I needed to try Salt New York, which is also a cream foundation type of company. So, of course, I took a look, and so when I was researching Salt New York, I learned that they are a very ethnic driven like design label, and that they do not test on animals. They are vegan, and they are all about innovation and the quality plus the impact of the products. So it seemed like a no-brainer to try out this company. I did receive the order relatively quickly. I think it took maybe 7 to 10 days tops, and they had a promotion going on at the time, and I believe they still have it. It's buy 3 get 3 free. If they still have it, I'll put it somewhere over here so you can take a look at it. They have 2 different size pans. They have this pan right here, which is the palette, and then they have the palette mini. And in this one, it says that it can hold 8 tins, which I still have 2 open. It does have a mirror inside as well, and it fully zips. The mini palette is the same thing, but it only holds 4 tins. So it really just depends on what you want to get. One of the things that I did appreciate about these is that everything came in its own little package. And on the package, it says what is inside. Along with it comes a little QR label that gives you tips and tutorial help. The shades that I purchased would be N10 and N12. I purchased the Radiant Cream Tint Pro in beige, the Lip and Cheek in sunburnt, the Bronze Cream Tint in light medium, and the Sculpt and Bronze Cream Tint Pro in taupe. I'm going to do my makeup exactly as I would do my Saint makeup. For my primer, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Power Grip. It's one of my favorites. It really helps to keep everything sticking on. I also went ahead and cleaned my Saint or mascara brushes so that they won't contaminate, and I only try the Salt New York colors only. The company does say to just keep in mind this is supposed to be more of a skin tint. So if you want to build it up, it seems you can do it. Just apply light layers. They also want to remind you to make sure you exfoliate your face. I just exfoliated yesterday, and I also did my normal face shaving routine. So that is all done. My skin is baby soft. I also like to apply a nice moisturizer, and lately I've been using this Juno & Co. Moonshine. It is absolutely wonderful. It really feels hydrating and seems to be a nice base for my skin. All right, so I've been debating whether or not just to go ahead and apply exactly like Saint with my brushes, or if I should go in and do more of a finger dotting technique. I'm kind of thinking I should do a skin dotting technique just so that I apply lightly, because I don't know. Ooh, they're very smooth. I just don't know how, if it's gonna apply too much too fast or what, so very smooth. I'm just gonna go ahead and dot that on. That is a nice match. Look at that. That blends perfectly into my skin. I'm leaning more towards now I should put in the brush. So let's use a brush. And I'm just going to buff that in. That is definitely more of a skin tint, but it feels very smooth on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. And if I'm tapping it in, it does seem to give a little bit more of a fuller coverage, and also builds up a little bit. I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but there are 13 shades of the skin tint. So I have 2 of them just because I wanted a natural, or my skin tone, and I also wanted a brightener. So that is where this next one will come into play. The next thing I'm going to use is the contour, and it shows that they have different shades. It says Sculpt and Bronze. So there's taupe, which used to be called contour, which is what I got, and it's this shade right here. So I'm going to use that one to contour, but I also got light medium as a bronzer, and it shows that you can get light, medium, medium deep, deep, white, black, yellow, and red. So very interested in this. So you could obviously use those other colors like the yellow and the red to help color correct certain areas. So that's, I should have purchased one of those to try out, but it's okay. So let's go ahead and go into the contour. And I mean, these are very, oh yeah, it's definitely a very light contour. It's a lot softer than Saint, and it blends just as well. I mean, that blended like a dream. Wow. It's pretty impressive how well it's blending. But it is very light. So, I don't know. As of right now, I'm thinking that if you like a fuller coverage, this probably isn't for you. But if you like that nice My Skin but better look, this may be for you. I'm going to try and deepen up the contour a little bit. It does remind me of Saint in that, like, if you have a spot that you have messed up a little bit, you can go back and correct it with the original shade that you used. I'm going to go ahead and go into my bronzer, which is this shade right here. I would definitely, I keep going back to this, but it is definitely more of a lightweight makeup, but it's really pretty. I mean, it's just blending gorgeous. Like, look at how well that blended. I do still see some of my redness right here, so that is something that I'm not too fond of. And it actually shows more on camera than in person. In person, I don't see this redness, but on camera, it seems to be picking it up a lot. Just like Saint, this company also has a lip and cheek blend, and I picked the color Sunburnt. They have quite a few different shades. They have Cocoa, Ganache, Mauve, Rose, Maple, Persimmon, Horny, White, Black, Blue, and Yellow. I'm wondering if those are supposed to be more of a color corrector. I'm not trying to see if they have it on one of their models. Yeah, those last few shades aren't on their models, so I'm assuming it's going to be more of a color corrector, but I can't speak for sure on that. So let's try this lip and cheek. It seems really pretty, so I'm just going to dab into that. And I do think that for these shades, the way to go about applying them is more of a dabbing motion versus a buffing motion. I notice when I buff, it seems to blend in like to nothing. That's really pretty. I'm also going to put that on my lips. Oh, wow. These are so creamy. Okay, I really like this color. That is gorgeous. So the last shade I'm going to use is N12. And like I said, that's going to be more of a brightener for me. It's this shade right here. And I'm hoping it gives me what I want. So more coverage and to brighten up certain areas of the face. I think with this company or this style of makeup, I would definitely have to use a color corrector for my under eyes. I did use this sponge. This is a sponge by AOA Studio. It's called Paw Paw. I just bought this on Amazon. It was a really good deal, and these sponges are just absolutely amazing. I love them. So I believe they're $9.99 on Amazon. I'll have to link them down below because they are amazing and great quality. Highly, highly recommend. I did just blend the colors a little bit more to make sure that they were all blended seamlessly. I'm going to go ahead and use my Urban Decay De-Slick and just set my face and just make sure that there's nothing else left behind, no drops of the setting spray. The company does suggest that if you are oily, as you can tell, I have more oil, to set the makeup with a translucent powder. So I'm going to use, first of all, my favorite under eye brightening powder. This is by NYX. It's Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And I believe, yeah, brightening translucent. And I'm just going to set my under eyes and my T-zone with this. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte. Again, it's just a translucent powder. I find that this works really well for my skin. It doesn't add any color. It's just going to help to keep the makeup on all day. For the illuminator, it is a cream illuminator. And I picked the color Beige, which is right here. They do have other colors. They have Pearl, which is like a shimmery white. They have Beige. They have Warm Tan. They have Gold. Rust, which is kind of like almost like a cheek topper, like a blush topper, I think. And then bronze. So I'm just going to use my sponge and I'm going to pick up the illuminator and just apply that. Ooh. That is definitely a very skin-like finish. And I'm applying this over powder and it's looking really nice. That's really pretty. And like I said, that's on top of powder. All right, so here is what I've decided. If you are looking for a skin tint or a lightweight, natural looking makeup, this is for you. This is not from an MLM. This is straight from the source. The products are relatively inexpensive. It's $16 a tin. However, right now they do have a sale going on, and today is February 6th. It is buy 3, get 3 free. That's a huge steal. So I would highly recommend taking a look at this company for those specific makeup purposes. If you are looking for a full coverage, you're not going to get that. I would like to try this again and try to spot correct and help my dark under eyes. So that is up next. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm very impressed. This reminds me so much of Saint, except for the fact that I don't get full coverage. But other than that, I'm 100% impressed. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm wondering if it's going to clog my skin though, so that's something that I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to have to keep using this to see that. So I will keep you updated. But as of right now, I think it's gorgeous. I mean, that is definitely glowing skin and it looks very natural. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Let me know down below if you've tried this company or if you use cream makeup in general. I hope you guys have a lovely week wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.